welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the game Uno. It's a card game you probably heard multiple times from different backgrounds. Initially, I have been writing the game of Uno on a website named Medium. On my Instagram, by the way, please follow me there. I posted my article on Uno. You can check out my post on the article before or after this video. What I'm going to do is that I'm making this video an audio version of the article that people who don't have the time to read respectfully. Embrace the joy of the movement, dance in the rhythm of laughter, and let the melody of fun be the soundtrack of your happiness. That quote would fit at a beginning of a Uno session, but when it's all fun and games until someone has one card left in their hand, especially if that someone has a wild card or a +4 card. Things could get very ugly, real bloody quick. After you're done playing the Uno session with your buddies, have you ever wondered in your head when, how, and why these cards exist? Probably not, because that thought didn't even come into your mind, but the deck of Uno cards you were holding has a rich and interesting backstory. They quickly climb the popularity charts thanks to their well-respected creator, Merle Robbins. He was born in September 12, 1911 and died on January 14, 1984. Everyone loved it because it's so easy to pick up, and whether you are playing with family or friends or a game night, Uno brings the good vibes. It's not just a game, it's a language that exceeds cultures. Uno has become the go-to choice for laid-back, fun, and competitive banter. So next time you are looking for a game that is easy, exciting, and universally loved, Uno is the best option. Step into the intriguing history of Uno, a game that is more just a deck of cards. Born in 1971, Uno's journey from its creator, Merle Robbins, to becoming a household name is fascinating. Did you know that Robbins intentionally created the game to enjoy quality family time? Uno's revolution from a slight family favorite to a global sensation mirrors the twists and turns of a thrilling card game. Some info on Uno may or may not surprise you within the story of Uno. However, there are reasons why Uno has become so legendary and famous on Earth. Uno's journey started in Reading, Ohio. In Reading, there is a guy named Merle Robbins. Mr. Robbins was an American barber. Before the thought of Uno, Mr. Robbins and his family play Crazy Eights. You might ask, excuse me, but what is a Crazy Eights? Crazy Eights is a classic card game from 1930s. The game is so easy to learn and can be played by people of all ages. The rules of Crazy Eights are almost identical of those of Uno, but these cards are from 2 to 10. The objective of Crazy Eights is for the first player, like Uno, to get rid of their cards. Again, the game of Crazy Eights use the standard 52 card deck. However, Crazy Eights doesn't use the Jack, Queen, King, Jokers, and the Ace cards. The game uses numbers from 2 to 10, colors and shapes, only red and black. In the game, if there are more than 4 players at the table, everyone has to have 7 cards. But then, if there are less than 3 players at the table, everyone would have 5 cards. Either way, once everyone have a handful of cards, the game goes on your left, from the dealer's point of view. As for the remaining cards, they are placed in the middle center of the table. The numbers/shapes is facing down. Once the game begins, the dealer picks one card out of the remaining cards and puts that card on the right or left side of the remaining pile. If the card is a 7 of hearts, the player from the dealer's left side must go first. If somehow the player doesn't have a 7 or any hearts on his cards, the player must pick one card from the remaining pile. Only one can be picked up from the remaining pile per player, if the player doesn't have the card from the discarded pile. The number 8 card is the main reason the game is called Crazy Eights. The 8th card is a wild card. Once the player plays the 8th card, the player can now choose a new shape like diamonds, clubs, or spades. After the player selects the choice, it's the next player's turn. That new player has to find the card of the selection, say a diamond color, from his cards. If that player doesn't find a diamond card, the player has to draw one card from the remaining pile. After that, it's the new player's turn. The game will keep going clockwise on your left, with the players taking turns or drawing new cards. The game will stop until someone on the table gets rid of all of their cards. Here's a tip. If you're going to play Uno or Crazy Eights, if you are running out of cards from the remaining pile and all the cards are on the discarded pile, the left or right side of the remaining bank, take all except one card from the top of the discarded pile and place that one card as the first card of the discarded pile. The cards of the discarded pile and reshuffle them. While reshuffling the discarded cards, take the cards from the remaining bank and place them on the discarded cards. Then reshuffle them. Once that is done, the new remaining bank cards are the shuffle cards, and the game of Crazy 8 or Uno will resume as usual. After the round of Crazy 8 has its winner, the game can be played multiple rounds. Also, the players can earn points based on the cards left in their hands, say 2 points per card. That is pretty much the rules of Crazy 8s. Now we will move on to Mr. Mayor Robbins and his family. In 1971, they had been playing Crazy Eights for a while. One night, the family played a session of Crazy Eights until it was over. It was an ordinary session. Ray, the son of Merle Robbins, is a teacher at a school. Ray came towards Robbins and argued the recent session of Crazy Eights rules. Ray did have some valid reasons of the rules. Some of these rules did have the Robinsons family in frustration. Merle did realize the management of Crazy Eights was a bit boring and gray. So, after the argument with his son, Merle headed to his workplace and decided to work on the new card game. His workspace was the same table where he and his family played Crazy Eights game sessions. After days of frustration, Merle has finally done it. Merle has invented Uno, but with different modification. He aimed to tackle any future frustrations of this modded game, which he did after the family played some sessions with this new game. The family loves it. The modifications of this new game were that the number cards were 0 to 9. These cards use 4 colors: red, yellow, green, and blue. Players match the color or number of the top card of the discarded pile. Let's say the top card is a red 7, and you can play any red card or any 7 of any color. As for Crazy Eights, the number cards were 2 to 10, and their colors weren't colors, but shapes. hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. The other modification of Uno is that it has action cards. Merle introduced action cards including skip, reverse, and draw 2 cards, which add unique effects to the game. The Crazy Eights do not have this feature. Next, Merle added wild cards. It includes wild cards that allow the player to choose the next color and wild draw 4 cards, which not only let the player choose the next card, but also force the next player to draw 4 cards. The Crazy Eights does have this feature, but only 1 card for wild card. It's the 8th card, a special card in Crazy Eights. When you play an 8, you will get to choose a new shape, and the next player must play a card of that shape or other 8. Merle couldn't get enough of this new game. He spent his nights playing with family and friends. The colorful cards spread across the table like a passionate meadow. Laughter filled the air as each turn brought unexpected twists and strategic play. It wasn't long before his friends were hooked, their Uno cries echoing through the room. The rules of Uno were simple and yet addictive. Again, the practices of Uno were almost the same as the rules of Crazy Eights. Each player starts with 7 cards, and the goal is to be the first to discard their entire hand. On your turn, you must play a card that matches the color, number, or symbol on top of the discarded pile. You must draw from the deck if you don't have a matching card. The key of Uno is to be strategic and adaptable. Think ahead, use your unique cards wisely, and don't forget to shout Uno when you are down to your last card. With its easy-to-learn rules, quick rounds, and endless possibilities of fun and strategy, Uno is no wonder it quickly became a favorite among Robinson's friends and family. After many game nights in Robin's household, Merle and his family wanted to bring their new game to an all-around audience. However, there is a risk of doing that. This risk is to mortgage their home. Why? Because they wanted to raise $8,000. In today's money, that is about $84,360.46. With this vast amount of money, the Merle family would like to copy the first 5,000 Uno decks to sell. After the family got all 5,000 decks of Uno, may I remind you that Merle has not named the new game Uno yet. Anyway, Merle would sell his portion of decks outside of his barber shop. As for his son Ray, he would hand them out to his students. While the exact prices were unclear, some estimates suggest the Merles may have sold the decks as much as $5 each, a considerable sum for a card game in the 1971, laying the foundation for a game that would soon be shouted in playgrounds, dorms, and living rooms alike, forever binding friends and family in a whirlwind of colorful card throws and competitive joy. Uno, the card game that has taught many individuals the art of strategic bluffing and competitive trash talking, boasts a rich legacy as vast as its deck of cards. However, unlike the clear instructions on each card, the story of its early days is a bit more, draw twos worthy. I may not have the exact dates or detailed marketing reports, but the early success of Uno is still a fascinating glimpse into its rapid rise. Back in 1971, Uno hit the scenes. Mayor Robinsons wanted a game that wouldn't end in family feuds like Crazy Eights sometimes did. Uno was born completely with its funky cards and special wild ones. Robinson went all in, even mortgages his house to get 5,000 copies. It was a risky move, but it kicked off Uno's journey. Marketing Uno as the start was no walk in the park. The budget was tight, so the Robinsons crew hustled with grassroots efforts, hitting it up to a local toy stores and relying on good old word of mouth. Once the new card was getting popular, slowly, Merle named this unique card game the Malu Malu. However, Merle family realized the name Malu Malu has already existed. I believe that I butchered the flippin' name again. So changing the name from Malu Malu to Uno was wise, giving it a unique vibe. When the international games noticed Uno, things started looking up, opening doors to a significant this word. I cannot pronounce it. My brain will not connect two brain cells to freaking say the word. It was a roller coaster of challenges and wins. People couldn't get enough of Uno. The game spread it like wildfire, thanks to the folks chatting about it everywhere. The combination of fast-paced gameplay, tricky action cards, and the ability for anyone to join in has made Uno a popular game. Families, friends, you name it. Uno became the go-to game. It became a global sensation with its universal appeal. The rest, as they say, is Uno history. With a triumphant shout of Uno, the Merle's creation has built not just a game, but a phenomenon, forever etching its place in the hearts of players across the globe. Remember the international games from 1992? They would become part of the Mattel family, a significant player in the toy and game industry. This accusation, I'm probably butchering the word, bro. I don't know what to do. Marked a new chapter of Uno as it joined the ranks of globally recognized brand. With Mattel's help, Uno became even more popular with people worldwide. Mattel knows a lot about making great games, and they have a ton of fans. By teaming up with them, Uno can reach even more players and households. Thanks to their collaboration, seeing how much Uno has grown is incredible. Uno's buying out ensured that they are still in the game and open opportunities for new ideas and changes. Under the wings of Mattel, Uno underwent various changes and improvements to keep the game fresh and exciting. New theme decks and special editions were introduced, featuring pop culture collaborations, different artwork, and creative card designs. These additions injected a new level of creativity and collectibility into Uno, appealing to both longtime fans and new players. The game's rules also saw a significant tweaks over the years, enhancing gameplay dramatics while staying true to its Uno's core spirit of fast-paced and unpredictable fun. Uno has paved its timeless appeal by consistently adapting to the new preferences of new generations. The game expanded its reach through digital platforms, allowing Uno enthusiasts to play or on different devices. Mobile apps and online multiplayer options brought Uno into the digital age, ensuring the game remaining relevant and accessible to tech-savvy audiences. A cultural sensation in the modern era thanks to its inexpensive promotion on social media platforms, successful influencer collaboration, and engaging challenges. Its popularity has skyrocketed above a mere card game, transforming it into a social and entertainment phenomenon
that has captured the interest and attention of a broad audience.
The evolution of Uno since its actuation by Mattel has been quite remarkable. Uno has definitely adapted to the ever-changing gaming and entertainment landscape, showcasing its resilience and ability to connect with multiple generations of players. Its journey has been a testament to its enduring popularity and cultural significance. As Uno continues to evolve, it remains a beloved classic that inspired countless players worldwide. Its impact on the gaming industry is undeniable, and its presence in the hearts and minds of players is a true testament to its enduring legacy. Uno is a widely celebrated card game that gained immense popularity in the United States and worldwide. The game's simplicity and universal appeal have made it a cherished pastime for individuals of all ages and backgrounds. It has served as a bridge between cultures, uniting people despite their language barriers and cultural differences. The game's international success has led to the creation of different regional editions, each designed to cater to the unique preferences of players, rather played for leisure and competition. Uno remains a beloved game that significantly contributed to gaming and cultural. Its rich legacy is sure to be cherished for generations to come. Uno has significantly impacted popular cultures, transcending its status as a simple game. It has become a cultural phenomenon influencing popular media, appearing in movies, TV shows, and social media platforms. The distinctive design of Uno cards has made them easily recognizable and iconic, appealing to people of all ages. The game's influence has extended far beyond its original purpose, turning it into more just a game. It has become a symbol of shared moments, laughter, and friendly competition across diverse communities. Uno has created a sense of togetherness among people of different ages, cultures, and backgrounds, bringing them together for hours of fun and entertainment. The game's ability to create a shared experience has made it memorable and beloved. People often associate it with gathering of friends and family where they spend quality time together, enjoying each other's company. Uno has impacted popular cultures and its iconic status as a testament to enduring appeal. Over time, the popular card game of Uno has transitioned from a simple family pastime to a competitive activity with the emergence of Uno tournaments. Players from various parts of the world, irrespective of their skill levels, started participating in these competitions, displaying their artistic moves and uncovering the game's difficulties. These tournaments added excitement to the game and fostered a sense of community among the players. Uno's community went beyond hosting tournaments. They organized social media campaigns, Uno-themed events, and collaborate initiatives, creating a variant global network of Uno enthusiasts. Uno has significantly impacted worldwide, offering its ability to appeal to people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. as it
further
established itself in a global entertainment industry. Uno continued to
symbolize
the values of connection, fun, and friendly competition on an international level. Throughout the continuous life of Uno, there have been various Uno cards. Some of them were special editions. On the other hand, the well-respected company Mattel didn't stop at selling the classic deck. Uno has embraced introduction of theme and special editions and added a dash of flair to the familiar cards. From movie tie-ins to holiday themes, Uno's variations took on unique style, each deck telling its own story. The special edition brought a fresh spin to the game, allowing players to experience Uno in a new light. First up is the original Uno deck, which existed in 1971. These cards were the first ones, and the deck is now called Rare Uno. At the beginning of Uno's journey, its creator, Merle Robbins, printed 5,000 of these rare cards. So, trying to find these rare decks is a complicated task. Good luck with finding them. Up in the screen, a Redditor shared the pictures of the original Uno deck cards selling on eBay. See, there it is, including the original design of the back of the card and the original rules pamphlet. Now we have the Uno Ultimate. According to UnoVariation.com, quote, in March 2022, Mattel released Uno Ultimate, a deck building light game where each player has their own character deck and power. Although Uno Ultimate is at its heart a Uno game with traditional Uno rules,
the addition of asymmetric gameplay,
along with additional features provided additional strategy and fun. Originally released as Uno Ultimate Marvel, Mattel later expanded the game to include DC Comics characters with Uno Ultimate DC in July 2023. According again to the website UnoVariation.com, quote, Uno Ultimate also features a level of collectability in that each game contains chase foil cards that can be used to replace standard cards within the decks. Each of these chase foil cards can vary in rarity. In addition, Mattel has created promo cards along with foiled versions of these cards, such as the Thanos card that released in 2022 and only available through conventions such as Gen Con or San Diego Comic-Con. End of quote. Next, Uno did some college/university decks. Mattel released a few decks for college and universities in 2007 or less than to 2010. Some of these cards have a football helmet as a case for the cards. The card's aim for this edition is the college football team, not a specific player. Sometime after 2010, Mattel decided to release more cards for major universities like Notre Dame Uno and USC Uno. Again, I apologize if I misspoken the names. In 2020, Mattel collaborated with various artists and companies for their creations collaboration decks. After the release of these decks, sometimes the company Mattel would release the deck with an item with the collab. For example, this is an example, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they have it officially or not. Uno did a collab with Nike once, and with this deck, it had shoes from Nike. These unique decks would be posted on Mattel's website days in advance with a countdown. In multiple cases, these decks would be sold out within hours. Some of these collaboration decks would last longer than others, but once these decks were sold out, they will never be restocked again. During Uno's journey between 2003 and 2021, Mattel and its partner Salbarabria, I don't know how you pronounce this word, Toys, began making the Uno card game for MLB, Major League Baseball, in 2003. A few years later, the company, the word I cannot pronounce, Toys, expanded Uno's sports theme to the NBA, NFL, and the UK's Arsenal Football Club. I apologize if I got the name wrong. I apologize in advance. Alright. Then in 2007, Mattel made a series of Uno decks for Canada's national hockey teams, NHL, almost putting all of Canada's hockey teams. Continuing in 2010, Mattel would again make 2 Uno series or sets on United Kingdom's England football and England's rugby. From 2003 to 2010, Uno keep re-releasing mini sports-themed deck and updating its roster, but keeping with the unique wildcards the same. For example, the 2003 to 2004 Kansas Chiefs, and then the 2004 to 2005's Kansas City Chiefs. It would be exhausting. Then in 2010, Mattel shut down the idea of updating the roster for sports-themed decks, but they still releasing them without the roster.
In 2017,
Mattel would make a series of Uno decks for some MLB teams, but this time these Uno cards would not have a roster, but the team's logo on the back. However, they do not have any unique design of the wild cards. Then in 2021, Mattel would be partnered with the Australian Football League, AFL, to make Uno decks. They would create 12 Uno sets for teams and the AFL itself. However, these unique sets are only sold in the country of Australia. Next, Mattel would release standard Uno cards. These deck of cards from standard Uno sets would be regular and anniversary decks. The company would go easy because it would not worry about the designs and license stuff. It would design the decks uniquely to make them stand out. For example, Mattel created a set named Giant Uno. Uno's experience with theme and special editions didn't just appeal to players, it became a collector's dream. The unique designs, limited releases, and collaboration turned Uno decks into a convert collector's item. Uno transformed from a game tucked away in a drawer to a sought-after piece of pop culture. The impact on the collector's culture elaborated Uno's beyond a casual pastime, turned it into a unique and cherished collector for enthusiasts worldwide. Uno has an impressive journey throughout various interrelations. I don't know how to pronounce the word again. Here's the word on the screen right now. I don't know how you pronounce that. To which some noteworthy collaboration has further enriched. The game has partnered with
renowned franchises,
artists, and influencers to bring fans unique and unparalleled Uno experience. These collaborations has spanned iconic movie franchise to artist design decks, elaborating Uno's status and giving it a touch of grandeur. These collaborations have expanded Uno's
creative boundaries and contributed
to its cultural significance, ushering the game into new exciting realms. Creatively knows no bounds in the Uno variation and special editions. From themed decks to collector's items and high-profile collaborations, Uno's
adaptability
and innovation continue to captivate players and collectors alike. Uno, the classic card game loved by millions worldwide, has seamlessly transitioned into the digital realm, adapting to the changing times and staying relevant in today's tech-driven world. With the rise of mobile apps, online platforms, and gaming consoles, Uno enthusiasts now have variation digital options to play the game anywhere. The transition to digital platforms has expanded Uno's reach beyond traditional physical cards, making it more accessible to tech-savvy players globally. This has provided a convenient way for players to challenge opponents from different parts of the world and play with friends even when they are not physically together. In addition to its accessibility, Uno's transition to digital platforms has also introduced new features and game modes that have enhanced the game's overall experience. These include various themes, customized decks, and social features that allow players to connect with other Uno enthusiasts and share their victory. Overall, Uno's transition to digital platforms has been a significant milestone, allowing it to stay relevant and continue to bring joy and entertainment to players worldwide. Uno didn't just go digital, it became a prominent player in gaming communities. Online multiplayer modes, Uno tournaments, and collaborate gaming experience created a variant Uno community in digital realm. Gamers of all ages welcomed Uno's virtual presence, fostering a new connection and friendly
competitions.
Uno embraced social media trends, becoming a star in challenges and virtual content. Hashtags like Uno Challenge and Uno related content flooded platforms, showcasing creative plays, house rules, and Uno theme celebrations. However, with the fame came challenges, as Uno faced occasional controversial controversies. I'm pretty sure I freaking butchered the hell out of that freaking word. And debates over the rules, the official rules of Uno. Over time, the Uno community has been a forefront of exploring new and exciting trends and challenging, contributing to the game's continued popularity. On the trend side of Uno, there are the hashtag challenges. Sometimes Mattel would utilize hashtag challenges to engage with younger audiences. These challenges encourage users to participate by performing specific actions related to Uno and sharing their videos tagged with the design hashtag. This generates users' created content and promotes brand awareness. Next, there is a thing called player personality sharing. Some campaigns encourage players to share their Uno personalities on TikTok and Instagram, and sometimes Facebook, I guess, by posting photos or
videos
portraying their playing styles and strategies. Finally, there is creative content. Users would have to share humorous or creative Uno gameplay moments, showcasing unusual wins, clever strategies, or hilarious reactions. This light-hearted content entertains viewers and keeps the game relevant on social media. Next, on the challenge side of Uno, they do have challenges per se. The Uno community would play to different rules like they were in hot water over the rules. The challenges
we are discussing
are the community made some challenges in social media platforms. For example, platforms like TikTok were filled with videos featuring users attempting impressive trick shots with Uno cards, tackling specific challenges like building elaborate card structures or completing a game with particular limitations. Next, on the challenge side, There are collaborated challenges. Some challenges involve two or more players working together to achieve a specific goal, fostering teamwork and friendly competition. Finally, there are the Uno hacks. Users share gameplay tips and tricks, offering advice on winning strategies or uncovering lesser known rules. This helps new players learn the game and provide experienced players with the fresh perspectives. The game's presence on social media brought it closer to players globally and presented Uno with dramatics and challenges of navigating the ever revolving social media landscape. Uno has successfully transitioned into the digital age and its popularity has grown stronger. Rather playing on online multiplayer adventure or participating in social media sensations, Uno has proven adaptable to the latest gaming trends while maintaining its charm. Its digital journey is a testament to its enduring appeal and ability to stay relevant in the ever evolving gaming world. Uno's enduring popularity stands as a testament to its timeless appeal. Decades after its creation, Uno continues to be a household favorite, enjoyed by players of all ages. The game's simplicity, combined with its artistic depth and universal accessibility, has contributed to its ongoing relevance. Uno has become more just a card game. It's a cultural icon embedded in family gatherings, gaming nights, and social interactions. The impact of Uno's extended beyond its traditional physical decks as it successfully transitioned to digital platforms. This has further reinforced its relevance in the modern landscape of entertainment. With its presence in mobile apps, online gaming communities, and social media, Uno continued to provide an engaging and dramatic user experience. Uno didn't just change the game, it shook up how we see card games. Imagine Uno as a
trendsetter
that made card games cool again. Its crazy action cards and theme edition made everyone realize that card games should be epic and not just for family holiday table. After Uno's massive success, the whole card game industry took notes. Game design went wild with new ideas and fantastic themes to capture that Uno magic. Now, when you see a card game with unique twist or a funky collaboration, you could bet Uno inspired it. But Uno's impact wasn't just about cards, it's everywhere. From memes to mention in movies, Uno made card games part of pop culture. So, when you are playing the latest card game trend or enjoying a theme edition, remember that Uno was the OG that made it all possible.
You guys might say,
what do people think about Uno? Well, on the digital side of Uno, based on metric with the Uno digital game that came out in 2016, the game was released on August 16, 2016. With the critics' review is 71 out of 100. It's a mix or average score according to Metacritic. On Metacritic's website, there is a user review. The user score is 6.3 out of 10. Again, it's a mix or average score. Both scores are based on PlayStation 4. As for the physical game card, let's do on the basic Uno deck, especially in a tin can case. The case has the classic color. The deck I'm talking about is on Amazon. This deck of cards was released on April 10th, 2019. On Amazon, a feature summarized people's reviews on Uno's tin case deck. Based on the photo of the overall review of people who says about the deck, people love the deck, and the vibes of having fun with a deck of Uno from the beginning are still there. So in conclusion, From its origins in Crazy Eights to becoming a global phenomenon, Uno has charted a remarkable journey. The game creator Merle Robbins initially created to enjoy quality family time, but it became much more. Uno's revolution reflects the twists and turns of a thrilling card game, and its popularity has skyrocketed thanks to its well respected creator. The game's plainness and university make it unique, and it became a language that speaks to the joy of the moment and the rhythm of laughter. Whether you are playing with family and friends or at a game night, Uno brings the good vibes. It became a go to choice for layback, fun, and competitive banter, and its impact on popular culture cannot be understated. Uno is not just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon that captured the hearts of millions worldwide. It continued to be a household name synonymous with fun and laughter, and its legacy will continue to bring happiness to people for generations to come. Well, that's all I have on the card game Uno. Thank you for listening of me talking about the history of Uno. Peace.